Hi friends, my name is Rohan Trivedi, and I work as a technical lead in one of the renowned organization, which I cannot reveal right now. Being a technical lead in the organization, I have certain responsibilities like team collaboration and other things which I need to work upon. I would like to share a helpful article about SharePoint and how we can create a list where we can collaborate our team to work efficiently and if required we can automate certain processes in SharePoint. So today I'm going to talk about SharePoint list, which is a platform, which is an application in SharePoint which helps in a better team collaboration activities like something which you are working on in an Excel online. So Excel Online is just the Excel which is offline and it is brought online where we can actually share it between the teams, between the members to utilize that particular feature. With SharePoint list, we can have a form-based particular things. We can have permissions assigned to the list. We can have automation. We can have a workflow associated with the list. For an example, if you want to enter certain value in a particular cell, and then you want that if this particular cell is matched with the condition, the value which you have entered, it should do some actions based on out of the variable which you have put in. So for that purpose, we have a custom list. So today I am going to talk about the custom list in SharePoint. And before starting the same, I would like to share what is SharePoint. So SharePoint is actually a list. A SharePoint is actually a tool, or you can say it's a server. It's an online application. It's basically a web application where you use to develop sites, where you can develop apps, where you can actually do a lot of things with the SharePoint site. So currently, I am licensed with SharePoint Foundation license. And the same way, you can go ahead and purchase SharePoint licenses for you, which better suits your requirement, or whatever the requirements is for you. There are certain options available here. These are for home usage, and there is a server license as well. It's a different license altogether where you get the options to install server, and using the client access license you can ask the users to connect to the same SharePoint site. All right, so let me just show you how this looks. So this is a home page for my SharePoint site, and it's something which I named as a digital central repository for my team to work upon. So let me start up with the custom list which I was talking about. So let's begin here. Let's give it a name. So I'm just taking it as a user notify. So once the SharePoint is installed in your firm, in your organization, it actually gets connected to your Active Directory domain, and the users, it also fetches from there. So let's begin here with the SharePoint user notify. Okay, so when you click on the first custom list, you just get this page where you want that you can add in some item like the new item. You click on new item and then you go ahead and add these things. So here we only have this title currently in the title column available. So before creating a list, you have to figure out what are the things that is required for your list to be completed. What are the items that you want to fill in? What are the things you want to create this list for? So for that, you have to identify the column names. So let's go ahead and create some column names for it. So once the list is created, you just click on the list on the top here on the top ribbon and then go to list settings. Okay. So here you will get lots of options available. So before going and making any changes, remember to always enable the advanced settings options. There are certain features which are disabled for the management. So let's enable this particular option and then click on OK. Right. So first thing has been done. Then there is a list permissions. So forward. So this particular SharePoint works on the hierarchy of permissions where it can inherit the permission from the main site, or if you have created a different list altogether, like you have list 1, you have list 2. So if you just inherit the permission, so whatever the permissions you will apply on the SharePoint site itself, like from here you go to the site contents, like the site settings here, sorry, and here you will also see the permissions, the site permissions, right? So from here, it will inherit the permissions on all the applications which you create underneath. So we need to go to our site, and let's only create the permission for the list itself. So from here, you can choose different types of there are permissions, different types. See, there are visitors who can only view or read, there are owners who can make changes, apply permissions, revoke permissions, add members, everything. There are members who can actually contribute. It is like a contribution. They can contribute to the items, they can delete the item, they can do several things regarding to the item level. And there are contributors, which is somewhat the same as a contributor, but there are like minor changes into the permissions. So let's go back. Now let's see. Likewise, I said you have to identify the columns. What you have to do. So let's create a column first, right? Just let me type a name. Okay. The first column would be the name. I'm just creating a list where the user has to be notified for the transactions. And let me just create a name. So name should be a single line of text, or if you want, you can try this thing, which is a person or a group. So using this person or a group, if you will type in a name, it will identify the name from the user list from the Active Directory, and it will populate it. It will populate the Active Directory name for that user. There are options which you can choose from. That is it something which is really important? Is it something which is required? Okay, so let's create a name column first. It's done. Let's create another name, which can be class. So class can be the numbers or the single line of text. Let's take it as a single line of text. Require that this column contains information. Yes, it cannot be blank. So once you click on yes, it is there becomes the mandatory field. So it should be added there. Without this, the form will not be actually saved. So let's just choose these two things, and you can add several things over here as much as you want, right? And let's go to the settings sites now. And now you will see there are two items already here: title, name, and the class. Then when you will click on new item, it will pop up onto the page where you can fill in the things. See, I said the class has to be a mandatory thing. So let me just do not type anything. So just type in here anything. So once you will click on it, it will start populating the name, identifying the name, right? So let's just type in test in test. That's fine. So title would be like anything, 12. And the class, let's try like class without any value. Let's try if it is so. You see, it is a mandatory field. You have to put in something. Let's put in 12. Okay, we cannot identify, couldn't identify in the exact map. So it should be matching to someone. So that is the reason you should always select it as a, if you do not want that it should be unique, then you can go ahead and select. So let me just type in my address and then save it. Okay, got you? So here you will see that you have this class 12, Rohan Trivedi. From here you can edit this item. It's a quick edit, which we call it as a quick edit item, right? So this thing is right now when you will click on new item, it will open up as a new page for entering. You can change the feel of this, and you can pop up a form for this. Let's see how it can be done. Let's go to settings. Let's go to advanced settings. As I said, just and if you will go down, you will see here launch form in a dialog. Just click on it, and once you will click on it, and then you will go into the list, create a new item. See, it's a pop-up, it's a form. So this form can also be edited, it can be more enhanced, it can be more feel alive. You can just create anything about it. You can custom this form, you can make change to the view of this form, anything. So let's cancel this thing. And so this was the first tutorial for beginners for SharePoint, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and thank you for watching this video. Do subscribe to my channels, and I will keep on adding the new things for you so that you just keep on learning. Thank you. Thanks a lot. Take care and bye bye.